Everybody, it's Peggy, back again. Don't see me for 3 weeks and then I'm back every day. I had a couple of people ask about the paper bag cards and how to make them. And they are very, very, very simple. I was totally intimidated by them when I first seen them, and it's ridiculous how easy they are to make. So, you just get a regular old paper bag. These are from Walmart. They're store brand, nothing fancy about it. Now I had seen Lydia over at a Triple Dog Dare You. She had taken the paper bag and had punched the top of it, so I have tried several different punches here to see which ones I like the best. That one's the Daisy Fan, Martha Stewart, and that's an EK success. That's the paw prints. Yeah, see that? Which, yeah, you know, if it was for a pet treat or something, then you can make that. I can't remember what the name of that one is. That's a Martha Stewart as well. That's the double arches, which I'm not too keen on because you get a lot of pieces sticking up on it, so I don't think I'd use that one again. And then the one I had showed you the other day, that's with the Martha Stewart embroidery punch, and that's what the card looks like when it's done. You've got a place here for a tag, or you can put a card in there, and then you have your paper bag to put a goodie in. So that's the one I had done the other day. And then Robin sent me a rack yesterday, and as soon as I saw the papers that were in it, this was what I was starting to envision. So there's the houndstooth underneath, stripe there, and then there's that has words on it. And I cut out the flourish here out of the same paper, and that was a piece of my paper there. This is one of the metal embellishments that she gave me. It had a loop on the top so you could hang it, but I didn't want that, so I put a jazzy rhinestone on it, and then I put a few extra little rhinestones there. And then that's some of that crocheted trim that she had given me. I put that along the top, and then I made a tag. Decided to make it a birthday card, and that's the stamp that I had gotten yesterday, and that's the banner that she'd given me. I backed it with the same paper there, and then on the back side there's room to write a note on there if you want, and that's the same flourish out of the same stamp package. So I was quite pleased with that. On the punch that I used on top, that's a Martha Stewart punch that Beth had just given me not too long ago, so I use that for there. So you just get your paper bag, and if you're going to punch the top of it, and that's the floral vine on that one that I used. I know I'm a punch hoe. Some of your paper hoes, I'm a punch hoe. So anyway, you just take your paper bag and just fold the side with the flap. Just fold it. It just sort of naturally finds its own spot to fold over. And I just use the Moan folder to smooth it out a bit. And then I like to use the red line tape so it sticks down good. Don't stick it down yet, because you've got to put your paper in the back here first. You got to stick that piece of paper down first. So for this piece of paper, you just measure how wide your paper bag is. I imagine they'll vary from brand to brand exactly how wide they are. This one's 5 inches wide, so I like to leave 1/8 of an inch around it, so you knock it back 1/4 of an inch, so it's 5 inches wide. So I'd cut a piece of paper that was 4 3/4 inches wide, and you really only need a piece of paper, a couple of inches tall, because you're not going to see it down in there once you glue that down anyway. So so for the base piece that I've got here that I'm going to use, it's 4 3/4 inches wide, and it's only about 2.5 inches. Yeah, it's about 2.5 inches tall. And then if you're going to put a second piece of paper on top of it, you want to make it 1/4 inch shorter, so that will leave you 1/8 of an inch border around it. So that piece is 4.5 inches wide by 2 inches. So the base piece is 4.5. No, excuse me. The base piece is 4 3/4, and it's by 2 1/4. The top piece is 4.5 by 2 inches. So you just stick those together, and then just stick this down however you want to do it, whether you want to use glue or your trusty ATG, and then just stick her down. Try and get it lined up as best you can so it's straight. Stick it down. Once you have that stuck down, then you can go ahead and stick the flap down. Man, the hardest part about using that tape is getting the backing off it. And just flip that up, so that now forms the pocket there. Then your piece that goes on here, that's 4 3/4 inches wide by 3 3/4 inches this way. So 4 3/4 wide by 3 3/4, and then the top piece is 4.5 inches by 3.5 inches. It's each one's 1/4 inch smaller than the other one. And you just stick that down. And just the big thing is to try and get it all lined up and so that it's all straight here. There you go. And that's all it is to it. And then you just embellish it from there. So you just have your 2 pieces of decoration paper and pattern paper, and just stick her down. And I really like the punch top. It just dresses it up so much more. So this is more of the paper that Robin sent me. I haven't decided where I'm going from here yet, but I got that far. So if you have any questions on that, just give me a holler, and we'll talk to you later. Alright, take care. Bye.